Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk French. This week I'm with Mallz,
Hi.
Jordan,
Hi.
Emmanuella.
Hi.
Before we get into it, don't forget to like, follow, share and subscribe. So like, do you lot feel like I'm gonna say the UK because we're basically from the UK, innit? Do you lot feel like in the UK like cancel culture is actually a thing, or is it just like people just like in the moment they want to do it but then they don't really care? Like, does cancel culture exist, or is it just for the now or whatnot?
I think it's a hype thing. I feel like the people that's cancelling people don't actually care about like what they're cancelling people for. So like they just jump on the bandwagon, then it's just forgotten about the person's not cancelled. They're still doing what they're doing, and if anything, a lot of the times the people that's cancelled repeat what they've done that got them cancelled to begin with. So it's just like, I think it's just a hype thing. It's not real. Yeah.
What do you lot think? What do you think?
I don't know, I just feel like cancel culture, like, it just doesn't really exist. I don't feel like it really exists. I mean, people go through all that effort of going through people's social media, finding all these finding all these old tweets and doing all of that stuff. It's hyped for probably like 2 weeks, 3 weeks max. You put out an apology video that's probably like half washed, and then within 2-3 weeks again you're back on social media all over again. I feel like it's just one boring cycle, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think there's such a big hype around it, like cancel this person, then 2 weeks later it's, oh, remember mental health, do you know what I mean? Then mental health.
I think that card gets backed up to, alright, not like I'm disregarding mental health, but I'm just saying it's like somebody will do something. Is that, you know, it is, obviously mental health is very important, but you lot were just, that shit, this, you know what I mean? Just like a backup car, like, oh yeah, but don't forget, mental health with that family, but like, this person done something crazy. Like, for example, not to be like, obviously it's quite triggering, but like, you know, like on Twitter, like 2020, and like people were getting exposed left, right, and center. Fam, if you're exposing like, I remember there was a guy that was like, obviously he raped like some girls and whatnot, and he clearly like he showed no like, oh, she's just chatting, and then obviously
No
I think
accountability,
but then people are like, oh, but allow him to, because obviously at the end of the day, like, what if he ends up killing himself? I'm like, obviously that's also true, but at the same time, this guy's on something massive. It's like, don't just use that card when you feel like you can just use that card. No, that person needs to know what you're doing is very, very wrong. And do you know what I mean? Like, don't just, and again, I also feel like, it's kind of similar, but like, for me, it's a lot of fake outrage as well. Like, you don't actually care. You just, in the moment you're saying it, but then if you know next week you're not going to care that much, then don't put all that effort into like, oh, let's get him down, let's counsel to him, and do you know what I mean?
I feel like social media is so easy for people to just go onto an app and obviously scroll through and say whatever they want to say behind an app, and say we should cancel this person, cancel this person. Everyone kind of like jumps on the bandwagon, and then when people are actually tweeting like, oh, I was gonna end my life, I was gonna do all of that stuff, it's like, oh yeah, actually let's not cancel this person, let's think about mental health. And I feel like that's the thing about social media, it's just like a facade, you know what I mean? You can just tweet and get on with your life, you know what I mean? And I don't feel like people remember or like take into account what you've done. Like, even the whole point to cancel someone from what like
society,
life, from what
actually cancel someone in your life.
You know what I mean? Like the whole like, oh, we should cancel someone, like how, why, for what? Like, I understand that what they've done, but would you know, rather than take accountability, rather than saying, oh, let's cancel them, like let's stop them earning money, let's stop them being on this platform, like what do you want them to do? Just curl up and just stay in their house?
Yeah. I feel like social media, like there's like this court on social media that people like put people on trial for, and it's like, I know it sounds dumb, but that's genuinely how they act. Like, that's genuinely how they act. Like, yeah, like this person today, we're putting you on the stand and we're gonna expose all the things you've done, and then it's not like people's like educating a person a lot of the time. It's genuinely bullying. Like, people are bullying people. They're cutting someone apart.
I feel like it's kind of like social media is a platform for people to purge. So it's like some people are just sitting there just angry that someone's just living their life. Do you know what I mean? Like,
literally.
For example, like if I use like the whole Nella Rose like situation, I promise you, I don't remember what she did wrong. Yeah, she just woke up one day and we just got all the tweets from back in
2012,
put in.
2014.
Bro, what did a girl do, man? She's just living her life, and then I think like her dad died like after, and then everyone was like, oh my days, like you guys don't know what happened, or maybe it was before, I don't know, but like the same people
that was
the same people that were cussing her saying you look like this, you look like that, were the same people that came back to say no, like,
oh, mental health,
her dad, like, you guys don't know what. I'm just thinking, bro, like, you lot just you lot have like serious personality disorder.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be angry, be angry. And like, there's also ways to go about it. Like, you don't have to be angry and
To that
attack the person,
extent, like-
because then that just defeats the whole purpose. Do you know what I mean?
Literally.
Like, what is cancel culture? The whole point, like, cancel culture to me is just a completely different thing to maybe getting your point across.
Yeah.
Or maybe trying to, you know, get somebody to understand that what they've done is wrong. Do you know what I mean? Like, with the whole R. Kelly thing, there was cancel and then there was getting your point across, and the people that he did whatever he did to, and there was a documentary that came out. I think that in itself is it teaches you. It's a form of like education. Like, people out there, obviously, you know, rape is bad and whatever he did is bad, but people out there who are crazy and don't really grasp onto to what it is can watch these things and know, okay, cool, like, all right, so this is bad. Obviously, it's very quite self-explanatory that it's really bad, but do you know what I mean? Instead of like, you know, somebody posted a tweet years ago and said something, and then you're attacking the way they look.
Yeah, like, where's the correlation?
Yeah.
But
You can talk about, yes, I feel offended because I don't feel like you should have said this, and and then it becomes a discussion rather than you look this and you're this and your mum and uncle is this, and why, bruv?
Literally.
Where's the? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I was even talking to the French about it. It's like, even the process to find someone's tweet from 2014 is even like,
it's crazy.
We're now in what, 2020 or 2021, but even go back to the time we're in 2020. You've had to search that person's name, search multiple trigger words, scroll through all of it, find the worst ones.
This is the thing, it's like, obviously, I'm not going to say anything that, for example, let's use my name, for example. I've got to type in a Zeppa, the B word, nothing. The N word, nothing.
Yeah, and people like, this is somebody,
and what makes it worse, they're typing in stuff like blick, dark skin,
monkey,
everything. Why are you going that?
People even spelling the trigger words wrong.
Them out,
and they're still catching them out.
And there's somebody, and there's actually people. Nah, deep it, guys. There's people sitting at home.
You're a wicked person.
You thought about everything to do in one day, and you decide, I'm gonna go.
You just woke up,
and you have to think of a specific person, because it's not like you're just gonna go and put blick and you're gonna get better. You have to think of a specific celebrity that you're there to attack. And they made it their mission. Damn.
And like the deep it, like, cause this was like, I might be tweaking when I say this, You see, Dave's Twitter now, it might be Santan Dave, but at one point it was like Dave something and first. It was a different name beforehand, didn't it? So when he went on holiday or something, and the girls was it the boat or something?
Yeah.
They found tweets of his old tweets, but it wasn't even Santan Dave, so that you would have actually thought, what's Dave's old
Let's end his career.
Yeah, no, like, people actually do that.
There's a lot of wickedness in your heart.
It's
in your heart. You used to wake up in the morning, go into your Twitter account, and search someone's name and scroll. The thing, even when we was doing it earlier, you have to scroll. You sat there for a while, you know, scrolling.
Do you know what?
And it's always been like, like you said, but like with Nello example, it's always been like somebody
just about to blow.
Literally, even that guy on Twitter, do you remember? I don't know if you remember it, but there was a white guy on Twitter,
the Yoruba guy, white guy,
and everyone was taking him in.
Everyone was like, "Oh, my guy is speaking Yoruba.
He's invited to the barbecue."
Black community was like, "Yeah, we welcome you in."
Yeah.
And then just as he said, about to say, "Oh yeah, I'm just about to sign, just about to release my music," you see big threads, and people have scored to what 2012, and but not even his tweets but his retweets. Someone's found what he retweeted.
No, but you see in situations like that, I know this is gonna sound bad, but I was when that happened to that guy, I'm so sorry, but I was kind of glad it happened to him, only because you was trying to benefit from like black culture, but you're so heavily against us in your tweets and stuff. Do you get what I mean?
But then it's like, what extent is cancel culture though? Because he's still making music, you know, and he's still making music. He still has followers. And
again, this is what I'm saying.
He doesn't have the support of all of black Twitter, but there's still a large man that are like, you know what? He said it when he was like 14, 15, 16 or whatever. Some of them are big people, you know, like 17, 18.
You know what it is? There's two things about that. It's like, one, fam, Twitter's not the real world. Like, sometimes people forget, like, you can be doing the maddest thing, but like on this, like, for example, there were certain guys that had, like, I'm not gonna say it, but like there was a couple of guys that own clothing brands that were out as rapists. Man, I'm still buying the clothes now. Like,
I'm still seeing it posted everywhere.
what I'm saying. On Twitter, it's a big thing, but in the real world, that guy is still making. That's what I'm saying. Like, he still see. So with the music, for example, he's still seeing like he's still getting views because not everyone's on Twitter, bro. People actually on YouTube or TikTok or Insta. They're like, oh, come, like, you know, he's still making music.
R. Kelly's still making music. Michael Jackson's still making music, and then they said that he used to rape boys.
Forget making music. People still listen.
I mean, that's what I meant. They're still listening to his music, so he's technically still making money.
Yeah, but I feel like you see how when we talk about cancel culture,
the NJ slander, please.
Yeah.
No, I'm not slandering him. I'm just saying that they put out a thing saying that he raped boys, but people still listen to him.
But
I'm not slandering him. It's
even
just,
with the whole
like,
he said, she said, there's some stuff that is clearly that you've said it and you've admitted that you've said it, yeah. And it's just mad that when I'm seeing in the comments, he's made comments about black women, and it's black women in the comments that are like, we should just let's just forgive him, like let's just put it in the past, like blah 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 blah. And I'm thinking to myself like, this is the same reason why we're in the same position where people come to our culture, use and abuse our culture, yeah, and then they just move on because they know that realistically black people are gonna be like, yeah, they're gonna be annoyed at the time, and they're just gonna come back after.
And this example again, like he said this now, I'm not gonna. Okay, I keep saying this bet. I'm not gonna say his name again, but we used to be cool, innit? And like, I think one time. Cool, it might have been as a joke here, but he kind of said something on like Snap, and it was something to do with black women, innit?
Yeah.
And it was a proper like something about when you blow, it's not a black girl thing, something like that, innit?
Yeah.
And I remember that, and I was like, fam, whether it's a joke or
that
not,
triggered me.
I was like, wait a minute, and I'm like, what killed me was that. This is obviously I'm black saying this shit, but I'm like, fam, when the black women are still out here, even if he's joking or whatnot, you've said it and you for me, once you say something, whether it's a joke or not, that's out there, innit? That's done, innit? My thing is like, but so like you said, when you got black women that are defending, but he's talking about you. Is that he's talking? So what are you defending?
That's what's annoying,
talking about you. That's why a lot of the things that I see, I'm like, fam, what are you not even trying to defend? Like, for example, I'll see stuff like, again, not to be triggering you, but like, it's because I see it on Twitter, like a guy will like, again with the fake outrage, a guy will be out with like a predator or like rape or something here, and I kid you not, like you might have seen him before, I've seen a girl before be on the guy's side. I'm like, fam, what are you doing?
I remember that when that whole like rape culture and cancelling people on Twitter was going on around, I saw a lot of girls like literally crucifying the girls that were coming out like against them, defending the boys, and that's why I was going to like I say Twitter is not court. Stop talking about these serious things on Twitter expecting a positive reaction. It's Twitter, there's trolls on here. These same people cancelling people for saying wild comments and wild things are the trolls that are like continuing the cycle. Do you get what I mean? And the same way we always talk about like our mental health when people's cancelled, I'm so sorry, we need to start talking about mental illness. These trolls can't be like, they can't be normal. 100. You cannot be normal to go 100. And make a fake account multiple times, constantly be attacking people.
That's what I'm saying. I would have
madness.
Understood. Yeah, if it's like something you can put on your CV as transferable skills,
but
you can't. So what are you actually doing? What are you getting paid? Brother,
do you get
you're
paid?
sitting. No, like that's what I'm saying. Like you guys have to imagine it. Somebody's sitting at home thinking, all right.
Today,
Nella Race.
Today, who am I going to come to today?
All the racist comments.
Alright.
Bro, you work for some.
You must not be 100%. Like you're not 100% there.
But then, you're connecting a folder and you even go into the thread.
Yeah,
and it's like scroll through the thread to see the evidence, and you scroll.
Making accounts, cancel so and so.
So my question now,
story time. This person. They'll be like morning triggering.
You will think that they're reporters and everything. Some people even go through like they make threads about it, and then all
they'll say 1 out of 9.
These same people
3 out of 9, 4 out of 9, 5 out of 9. Contact me if you have any further information. Sorry, did BBC sign you?
No, but that's what I was trying to say. These people, these trolls, they literally only have these skills and like good use of language and stuff on the internet. Like go and get a job, go and do something.
But then that's why I say that social media is just fake, man. Like you can go on social media and literally write anything you want to write.
Yeah,
and
you can
be who you want, and that's it.
Say whatever you want and have no repercussions to it. Because some of the stuff that I read on Twitter, is so vile. And I think to myself, would you ever open your mouth and say that?
It's scary. And
it's scary.
The only people that hold people accountable for these things as well is like professions. You can't work in serious places and be tweeting mad stuff on your using
It's
your full
always-
name.
But then people don't wait for that though. People go and create like
it's true
trolling
burners.
accounts.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Every time you
Trolling
see
accounts.
mad stuff
They've
on
got
TikTok
it.
and all of that. It's all
And
from
their
user
special-
665. It's not your main account with
their
your profile
special
picture
skills.
with your full government naming, is it? It's not that.
it's true.
You're not tweeting on that. You're
It's
tweeting on a fake
004456 username.
But that's why
username 5.
Don't you guys think that given how serious like trolling and cyberbullying is, and how long from when I was in primary school I was hearing about cyberbullying, do you get it? It's so serious that why is it that these social media platforms still allow users to make accounts without no like identification?
You think these lot care?
It's so serious that I really feel like people need to use ID or stuff like that for socials.
You think these lot care?
It's so serious that I really feel like people need to use ID or stuff like that for socials.
It's a dog eat dog. You think these lot are making serious money? As in, as much as like people hate cancel culture, people still use Twitter. If we're really upset about cancel culture, everybody will stop using Twitter. Twitter will make a move. But if we're still using, we're still tweeting and things like that. I'm very sure Twitter make a lot of money from cancel culture. They've made big, especially during COVID. Like social media platforms.
You know, I woke
Bro,
up one morning
every week,
and I just saw
every week it was a new person.
Everybody was crucified during. Every artist was crucified during. COVID.
I was searching my name with sugar words at one point, thinking hard. Damn, before I blow, am I gonna? It's not gonna jack it from me from when I'm like 15.
It's true. I mean, it's just like. But my question now, is where is the line drawn? Like, so you see how, for example, you said your
homophobia.
Do you think that's
homophobia, bro, and LGBTQ and that? Yeah, the line. No, not for me. Wait, you're saying where's the line drawn?
Yeah.
People stop the law. People draw the line when it comes to stuff regarding to the LGBTQ.
I think they draw the line anything that's
because they don't care about racism.
Yeah, anything that's not black.
I don't think that.
If it's black,
let me tell you why.
Bro, if you call someone the N-word and a monkey, there are people that are working at these big jobs here. They call someone behind the thing, the monkey, the N-word, that. If I say this person, if I say something like, what the hell is it? Or something. If I say something about, why can a trans woman play? My days, you don't know about the community. Yeah, that's the line. Them not all bare people. That's what gets them. You can't say that.
Yeah, but it doesn't. But it doesn't like.
Not for me though. But that's what I'm saying. People like what you said earlier about professions, innit? They'll care more about you. They care more about like that than our racism. Facts.
But then it goes down to I feel like it just goes down to the same thing. Anything
that's not black.
There's no importance or there's no significance to it, and it's just like there's no need.
Before they,
because you even have these big companies coming out writing like statements like, somebody from the company can do something racist, and it's been like, we're
they're not educated, they're ignorant.
They're very ignorant, and we trying all our best to like diversity and inclusion, and
it's a gamble. Me even saying on a podcast, isn't it? I think the only one wild card that you also can't play with. I'm not going to go into depth because they might shut this down. You can't talk about Jews. I'm going to leave it there.
Who?
Jewish people, bro.
I
don't know why you can't.
You can't.
I'm not going to talk about it more for
You can't. But I also think that ties into it. Like, what's the demographic that normally is that region? Do you understand what I'm saying?
And I feel these things...
Same way how black people you know how like they don't care about us, but it's like, mention something about Jews now, you're done. Like look at Wiley, for example. Where's Wiley?
Anti-Semitic.
But then Wiley's also black. But then Wiley's also black because you can even talk about the Andrew Tate situation. Yeah, he's off social media.
Did you guys see what happened to him? He's not allowed TikTok or anything.
Why? What did he say?
A lot of stuff.
A lot. I don't want to repeat.
You know what? I've heard about him. Do you know what?
Way worse than Wiley. I'd say way worse than
Wiley.
Even happen,
and it took this long.
But even still, he's not cancelled though. Let's be honest, he's not cancelled though. He's got every other platform. Even if he doesn't have a platform, he'll go on YouTube and someone else will take him onto the platform. There's the cancel. Doesn't exist. It doesn't exist.
True.
In this day and life where social media consumes our whole life, you can never be cancelled.
Yeah, but I feel like that's not true to an extent, because look at people like Wiley and stuff. Where's Wiley?
I don't feel like Wiley cares though.
He doesn't care, but
Wiley can he can get what he wants. He can get his point across in his music.
It's true.
He's got a creative thing.
But do you guys know what I mean? But like for him to be blackballed, how he's been, how he has been. Do you guys feel like if a white man done what Wiley done, he would have been dealt with the way he does? And that's why I'm trying to say cancel culture is like, I feel like
That's what I'm saying. I don't know where the line is drawn.
I feel like it's
There's
just wherever,
because
wherever, I feel like wherever the people that's in power can control it.
Yeah.
Carrying on from my question, because I didn't end up finishing it. But
Sorry.
no, it's all right. But because you got into something like really interesting. So you know how you were saying how like your boy got cancelled because He
You're my
said
boy no more. Sorry. Sorry
to that man. Sorry to that man.
Sorry for yourself.
Yeah. So that person got cancelled. Do you feel like it would have been like dealt different, or he would have been treated differently if it's something he said when he was like younger? Because a lot of people take that into consideration. Like for example, if I use Nella's one, they were like, people were saying, oh no, but like, to be fair, back in the day, everybody wanted to be Jamaican, or everybody just used to cuss each other, black people went da 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 da.
Do you know why?
At what age do you then draw that you have sense and you don't have sense? Because I was getting held accountable for my words
when I was
at a young age.
And if you can't say these words at this young age,
and even at school, you get told a lot of times, you can't put this on social media, you can't do that on social media. Your mom tells you that, everyone tells you that. So, but like, these tweets that we've seen from all these influencers and everyone else, they're done when they're 15, 16, 17, you're a legal adult at that age, you can get a job, you have a national insurance, you have all of that stuff. Nice. You can do that, you can do a lot of things at that age.
But this is
and
tweeting you
have to also think about it like this as well, 15, 16, at 16 I'm in year 11, 17 I'm in college, but I promise you
back in the day, 16, wait, let me say this, guys, let me say this. 16 16 back in the day and our 16 is not the same. But I'm gonna put it out there.
Nella Rose only like 24 and these people are only like 24, it's only like 5-6 years ago,
Yeah, but 5-6 years ago was different. So schools were different. So I'm not condoning what she did. Not condoning what she said, but I'm just saying like because people do take like the times and that, because I don't think a 15-16-year-old can go on Twitter nowadays and say anything to do with racism, because
now that's just because of cancel culture. I feel like because people are holding you accountable.
Exactly, but back then there was no cancel culture, so they were free enough.
Different.
That's what I'm saying.
Like you see now cancel culture is like a popular thing. It's the hype. Like when every one person does it, everyone's doing it. It's cool on Twitter basically.
Back then, calling someone blick was funny.
Cool. People.
Do you think we can go to school right now and say somebody's blick?
I'm not saying it wasn't funny. What I'm saying, wait, hold on. I'm not saying that it's not funny or whatnot, but I'm saying
it's not funny
or not. You knew what you were saying though. It's not.
I'm not. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. We know what you're saying, but in the time it was accepted.
Yeah, but what?
So it's not about. Of course, you're gonna hold yourself accountable. Everything you say is obviously you're gonna be held accountable to it. But back in the day, it was no, you don't know it's wrong because back in the day it was accepted.
And everyone else is saying
to some extent, because some of the tweets that you see, there's
some of the tweets. But if I'm talking about specifically,
let's be dramatic. I forgot what artist said this. One artist said, "Oh, I hate it when dark-skinned girls get blonde weave like batteries." That's wrong.
So I hate it when what?
Dark girls get blonde weave like batteries. Now pause a minute. You can say, I get what I'm saying.
I bet you a dark-skinned man said that. The darkest of them.
A very ugly man.
What I'm trying to say is, I get what you lot are saying about the times different. My thing is, tweets like that, it's not right to say. So don't come down and say, I never knew better. Does that look like it makes sense to you? I'm literally 100%. I agree with you. I hear what you're saying, my point is, I know what you mean.
Back then, it was vile. We'll make jokes, even though it's not something that you should be saying on social media, point blank period. But back then, things like that amongst your boys, and probably everyone was laughing and
but that's the difference though, basically, is amongst your boys.
Yeah, but because social media wasn't a massive thing back then, it wasn't even
them sort of comments.
Do you know what I mean? People BBM, it's because BBM and that all them things are wiped off. But if people really wanted to get really technical, if we go back to BBM days and the things that people were saying and put it, bare people.
I'm finished.
Yeah, but I feel like I completely agree with you.
Yeah,
what, people asking me, what's your opinion on this person?
Yes, exactly. And then you give your honest opinion. But back in the day, if we were to use stuff like that, do you know what will be finished? Nobody will be able to talk. But that's what I'm saying. Like back in the day, Ask FM was
Emma, you look him up.
Do you want to say something?
For a reason.
What you just said.
This was cutting off for Ask FM.
Do you know why? Because she just said how it was different back then. Back then, so when they were like however age they were, and I was young on Ask FM, I know damn well what I said was not good now.
Exactly, but we're not saying that.
I'm not gonna say, I was young and dumb. Yeah, I just said it because I said it.
No, 100%. That's what I'm saying.
I said it because my granddad passed, or I was going through. No, I said it at the time. Like,
my point is, we're basically saying the same thing, innit? Because I'm not saying that what they're saying, they didn't know what they were saying. I'm saying no, they knew, but it was accepted at the time. No, we're not talking about them people. Them people are being delusional, innit?
At the time, I didn't really know what I was saying. It was coming from an area of
See,
hate.
a place of self-hate.
I
really hated myself.
Every black person in the UK had a period of
hated
self-hate.
myself.
But I'm not going on Twitter to come and say black women are this or black people are that, black people are that. Do you know what I mean?
I was seeing
you
black
because you wanted to say it and you felt that you was enabled.
I was seeing black influencers now that literally talk about black women and big us up all day in, day out, through and through. But you were saying wild things on Twitter, and I feel like, you see, when you come with apologies, a lot of the times I hate the fact that people like use like triggering things to like kind of like water down what they've done or what they said. That's not for accountability.
They don't take accountability.
It's not accountability.
More morality stuff. And
stuff
that
was wild.
Even that.
Or they come up with the big statement like,
talking about rape and
I know I did this, I know I did that, but be kind.
No, like
when you were saying it,
you see what that guy done? Yeah, he got cancelled for the videos that came out. Okay. Cool, people are mocking it and laughing at him because of like the contents of the video, but a lot of the videos he was saying mad racial things.
That's what I said. I don't think
in the video.
Realistically, if you want to have your fetishes, that's
do you
on
get
you.
it?
If you want to do feet, that's on you. That's
you're allowed to, but bro,
I can't really cancel you for that sort of stuff. But to then add in all the racial stuff, and then flip it and say
who, Andrew Tate?
No, that Murad guy, like the videos that came out of
the guy that put the foot in.
I do know. No, I'm not really bothered about the foot stuff.
But that's what did he say? Social media is so tapped here that they didn't address the right thing.
And do you know when that came out? Right after everyone said that he would be good on Love Island.
No, but
but I feel like
right after they said he would be good on Love Island.
I know I even knew it was mad because ITV on the TikTok account they posted him and posted what happened. You know, so I think to myself, people knew he was about to get the show host, and right before he was on the verge of getting it, all of a sudden you've got this feet scandal, black people scandal.
What did you say about
that? It's not even about black people, about a lot of races saying some mad stuff. Don't even repeat on camera. Some of the stuff.
No, like he was degrading. But you know why his situation was worse? Because he heavily was like for the culture, like speaking on black issues.
But was this like
black
recently,
women,
like
very recently?
No, I'm saying like what he said, was it recent?
It was 5 years ago, but bearing in mind, I'm gonna say this, he's a big man, you know. So when he did it at the time, he was older than me, and I'm 20, so he's around 20.
This is what I'm trying to say to you lot, but early on, we were talking about this now. Do you know why his thing's mad? Because you had to find the videos. So you see how I'm finding.
They weren't even on Twitter.
That's not on Twitter, you know.
You had to go on the World Wide Web. Let's go on the World Wide Web.
And I know his name wasn't like Murad, so I know these men are sitting down.
Yeah, that wasn't his name, you know. His name was
probably somebody that's close to him.
How about the man his face was covered in the videos?
You couldn't even see his face in the videos.
Emma, that's what I'm saying.
They had to watch the videos here to find his voice. I don't even know where you'd even look.
Yeah, but guys, don't think. You see, with him, don't you guys feel like, I know it's bad what people's doing, like trying to ruin a man's career, but deep that someone that's capable of saying such foul and degrading things to black people, he's profiting exactly, and he would have been put. Had no one come out with these videos, he would have actually like he would have blown. He would have been on ITV. He would have been speaking. Why are we allowing people like him to benefit of our culture and be put in like powerful positions, bro? He would have worked in the media. Like that's not cool.
Can I just say something? And I feel like this is like very touchy and stuff like that. What my early thing with cancel culture, because I sometimes I'm like, okay, cool, what you're saying right now is true. Somebody like that shouldn't be shouldn't blow. But you know, there are several white men that Michael Kors said he doesn't want black people to wear his stuff.
Yeah,
but who's buying his stuff? Black people. So I can't possibly argue.
Yeah, but this is why I feel like it's this.
But then why are we so focused on cancelling our own? Like, obviously, it's so bad. it's our brothers and sisters that we're
But that guy's
cancelling.
not black, you know. That guy's Asian. That said this. He's not black. He's not my brother.
He's an ethnic minority.
He's an ethnic minority. Why is cancel culture?
Babe, I don't like that. I don't
Why
like
is
the term
cancel
babe because we have different
culture?
struggles as well. So you got.
Why is cancel culture?
Like how we struggle, bro.
Yeah, they don't.
Why is cancel culture so focused on cancelling ethnic minorities and not people like Prince Charles, who said, "Is the kid gonna be black?"
You say that about ethnic minorities, but then we flip to the next person. Yeah, did you see what's in Twitter about the whole Emmanuella situation and update? She's not an ethnic minority, but you had all of Twitter trying to cancel her, and she's a white woman. But then that was based on assumptions and their idea and the way it looks. No, she didn't say anything that was racist. She's still a white woman that is trying to that social media is trying to cancel. That's my point.
The thing
it's still including like. I don't know, but that one, that's like, for me, that's like a totally different situation.
Nah, because now you've got a black man, a black woman, an Asian man, and a white woman. You've got every single possibility that you could get now that are all getting cancelled. All of them getting cancelled. So I don't even feel like there's even a race anymore. I think it's just social media just looking for one person to just bully.
I feel like these trolls are miserable people. The same self-hate that these that these people come out with in their apology. These trolls that are trying to cancel you clearly have some deep-rooted self-hate where every time somebody is in a position where they're about to blow and stuff, you drag them down constantly. And I feel like just because of that fact doesn't mean we should take away from the fact that these influencers that are being cancelled are genuinely doing wild things and genuinely degrading black people. But like both parties are wrong in this. Do you get what I mean? Like, I'm so sorry. I do not want to be there for someone or following someone that I don't know behind the scenes has a, like, you're allowed to have your fetish, bro, but you're not allowed to degrade black people whilst doing it. Do you get what I mean?
My point, like, that's literally that's what I'm saying. But the people that were literally buying things from the main people that were styling ourselves with and everything are probably are probably degrading us more than anyone else in the world, more than what he might have done and more than what Nella might have said. And these are people that we probably know or we've heard, and we still go and buy their stuff. So my thing is, why is cancel culture, early cancelling, people, we're all here saying, Black Lives Matter, we want black people to do this and we want black people to do that. But the first person, as soon as a black person's about to do something, we're going to dig about all the things that they've done maybe 10 or 15 years ago. Even though what you're saying is completely correct, then if that's the case, then most of these people that are making millions off of our backs shouldn't be in the position they are. Of course. But what do people do? They cover up, especially, I'm not going to say, but a specific demographic know how to cover up their peoples.
Of course.
But we are so quick to broadcast it for the world to see. And then it makes them people point, them. And they get richer and we get poorer.
This is what I was going to say. And it even goes back, it talks about both of you just said about the media thing and in general. I was going to say, one, like you just said as well, I think like one of our problems as like black people as well is that, like we said just now, it will be like when they say it will be your own people, it is your own people. It's you. When you deep it, like during that whole time on Twitter, it wasn't randoms. It was someone black.
It was someone black.
Like, I don't know.
Do you know what I mean? And that's why we're saying what is cancel culture.
You see the Amelia thing. Do you know why the Amelia thing is funny? Because one girl was like, with the girl up burning, she was black and da-da-da-da. I'm like, pause, wait a minute. When they lost someone black, that's something, you're not the first, they're going to cancel them. Yeah. Number two, I'm going to say, looking about Amelia, I'm not like I'm not like Team Amelia, but my thing is, Amelia's just interviewing the scene, innit? Let's not lie, bare black people, especially on social media, you lot are the first ones to be laughing at people that are black, mocking them or bringing them down like fam. You lot, there's
a specific standard for black people. Like if you want to be somebody like, say for example somebody like Amelia, if it was supposed to be a black person, it wouldn't be an awkward black girl. That doesn't run. That would never run. An awkward black girl would never run. It has to be even Nella. Somebody sometimes gets dragged but people have learned to accept her. Who's very confident.
Have to be speaking like
exactly. Or even if it's just somebody who's just starting out, she's gonna have to look a specific type of way to fit in and for her show to blow.
Because let's not lie. Like for example, I'm not the biggest fan of her, but like bro, look at like she's not awkward enough. I think like people diss ZZ bad. Cool, ZZ Mills may have some weird takes, but you lot diss ZZ sometimes for no reason.
There's just,
for example, yeah, sometimes she'll say some weird stuff. But it's like, fam, the way you lot even move towards ZZ, and
ZZ's an opinionated woman.
Bro,
she's got her opinions, and
you know what I'm
she's
saying?
not free to have her opinions because it's
People
just
say
like,
stuff about her,
do you know
but
what I mean?
It's not even that. It's because people see an angry black woman that always has something negative
that
to say,
fam-
and that's why they want to try and cancel her and
so-
jump on a bandwagon.
So my thing is like, so when talking about the media thing, my thing is like, it's better things. Because for example, when the American thing said that thing, and then someone from the UK made like a piece about it, I'm like, fam, I hear what you're saying, but number one, if a black girl was to do that, you lot probably, like you said, wouldn't rate it anyways. Number two, you lot are very like, I don't say pick and choose in the industry, but it's like, you lot will find anything to find out an artist dead. Like, they can make like a nice song. You sound like thing anyway. You're dead.
Yeah,
Nah.
or it
And
sounds gimmicky. You're trying to copy this person's flow. I'm the first to do it, or I'm the king, I'm the queen, and there's no space for anyone anymore.
That's what I'm saying. So my thing is like, so Amelia's just getting artists on. I'm on the way, and there's no gun to no one's head to go to the shop.
I said this.
Can I just say? Can I
Amelia's not
can I
saying
just
beat
say
it
something?
right now.
Yeah.
Do
Can
you know
I
what
just say
mean?
something
She
that
just,
I
like,
feel like
come to
people
my
are
thing.
forgetting? Yeah, and I feel like this whole Amelia thing. This again is like, this is why it's like, everybody needs to just be who you are. The UK just needs to be the UK.
Yeah.
America can be
America.
I was
America.
literally just
Can I
gonna
just
go
say
into
something?
that.
Yeah. If Amelia was to take all the artists she's taken to Uptown, it's not showing our culture. What Amelia is doing is something that nobody has done, and maybe if somebody's doing it, hasn't blown yet. Do you know what I mean? I don't think she's doing anything wrong. I think she's taken artists and she's literally showing what UK culture. Even though she's not from there, doesn't mean that she can't show.
It's representation.
It's representation. Half of these artists started off in a chicken and chip shop. What is London culture? What's London
Chicken
culture?
and chip
Chicken and
shop.
chip shop. Morley.
It don't matter where you
This is
went
us.
to.
This is who we are.
America,
America, they don't do that stuff. So they like KFC and chicken and all of that, but we do literally chicken shop. That's us. That's who we are.
True,
so
true.
they may not understand us. It's not somebody else that's gonna come and tell us what our culture is.
I'm saying.
Somebody like that, they're able to have their own opinion because they're not from the UK. But
They
us
don't
lot,
understand
us
it.
going
Jumping
along
on
it,
the back,
like a white woman taking black artists out to the chicken shop.
Yeah, but
why
I feel like, yeah, guys, yeah, even this whole cancel culture thing, I genuinely feel like it's UK trying to mimic America.
That's what I'm saying.
Like America, and I'm so sorry, America don't do cancel culture like us as well. When they do cancel culture, they follow
Serious
through. They follow
consequences.
through. The person's done for.
Yeah.
For example, that guy that was on Empire, that Jussie Smollett guy.
Yeah, he's in
Bro,
prison now, innit?
guys, he's finished. They took him to court. They finished
they
him.
finished
Do you
Oh,
get
the guy
it?
that faked.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Like, they finished
That's
him,
what
and
I'm talking about.
they didn't just like he went jail or whatever. They cancelled
you're
him.
done.
His name's done in the industry.
Yeah.
Do you get
There's
it?
bare men that are
Here in
done.
the UK, for one, I genuinely feel like UK, it's just full of haters. No one wants no one to blow. In
No.
America, artists' biggest supporters are from their city.
Yeah.
In UK,
it's
your
young
biggest
or low.
Look
haters.
at the way, bro. Obviously, the other
Artists
people,
from
the way
ATL
will put each other on.
They will put each other.
Yeah,
They're
they're
so
dragging
supportive
each other
because
down.
they know. I feel like in
Over here, it's a facade.
in
They say it,
America,
but they
in
don't actually
America,
mean it.
in America, they know they experience racism like this.
Seriously.
And so they know that they don't have anyone else but themselves.
Yeah.
Here it's like, we're gonna find a way to divide each
Yeah,
other.
listen.
Yeah.
Jamaicans, Africans, we're not the same.
I'm not winning.
Well, I'm not the If I'm not winning, they're not winning.
I'm not winning. You're not
If I'm winning, well, you should have worked
Yeah.
harder.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's always
to just work harder.
Why is there why is there a spirit of competition in this
I
country?
might not
Like,
be like completely right, yeah. But for example, yeah, like even people here, they don't like putting each other on. Like for example, in America,
Literally.
to what I remember, you know, like I think it was something about before Lil Baby came up. Was it Young Thug or something that helped him? I think Lil Baby used to, Lil Baby
yeah, it
used
was
to be
someone
like
in
on
Atlanta.
balance or whatever still, and I think like Young Thug was the one that paid either him or Gunn or something, taking them and
Yeah, it was Young Thug.
Alright, cool. Like the case aside, bro, look how big the man are.
Yeah.
In this country, I can't lie. It's very. I'm not saying that it happened because it does happen. What I'm saying that fam, that's not happening all the
they
time.
blow it and they cut,
Because
bruv.
that's not.
And then
happening
they
all
go
the time.
to the US and then try and
It's
get
so,
in there.
this
and-
culture is
What
so
they'll do-
toxic that
It's so very
artists are
toxic.
really trying to break
And
through
to be
to
fair,
them.
we even need to like think about this, yeah, because it's not only just artists. Because I see artists literally who want to try, but then you get cancelled. And where do we go from there? You want to help people, but they're so bitter towards you.
Nice.
Do you know what I mean? like, let's say for somebody like Dave, let's say Dave wants to come and help us now. They're the same people, the people that he's helping are the same people that are saying, yeah, you're racist because you dated an Albanian girl and you hate black people and you
Yeah, literally.
They're the ones to cancel him.
Let me say this quickly one time, and this is a very us being black and whatnot. Yeah, like when Dave went on holiday and he went on the boat and the girls were, what colour were they? Were they what?
Light years.
There just wasn't a lot of black women on the boat or anything.
My thing about, and me being black, I'm saying it as it is here, bro. You lot are, and I feel like it's another thing. There's always something to complain about. You lot complain that there was no dark skinned women there. If you lot saw a whole boat of black, like dark women, yeah,
they'll say ratchet.
Sexualising us. Oh, we're only good for this. But you don't want to wife. You have to pick and choose now. Do you know what I mean? Or for example,
the football thing, innit?
My thing is this for football. Here's my thing. Yeah, obviously I like football, but my thing is there's whether they go for white girls, black girls, whatever. Yeah, my thing is like, some of you girls don't even want to go for a baller anyways. So why is it even? No.
You might want to go for the ball. You're just not in the right place at the right time.
No. It's not. No, I'm not even saying that. I'm saying that for example, yeah. That for example, you don't even like. My thing is, do I want to marry
someone that don't want you? If a black
this guy likes white women. For example,
he prefers social media, for people to like you as their preference. If they've said that if they haven't disrespected you at all,
and the money don't be there, forced
one footballer, his name's Tammy Abraham, innit? From he was young, he's been with his girlfriend, she's white, innit? From like years, innit? I'm not gonna be like, fam, my thing is that, do I want Tammy? Is he my cat? No, again, leave him, he's happy.
You're just not at the right place at the right time.
My thing is like, do you
just haven't met the right person.
Do I?
You're just not. Do you know what? Yeah.
My thing is for me is, do I want someone like is Tammy who I want to be with? No. Does Tammy disrespect black girls? No.
So there's no problem. Leave it.
No problem. Leave it. Because my thing is, you don't. Because the thing is, you're this. I can't be with a rapper. I can't be with a footballer. I can't be with this.
People that are not looking you. People that is not looking you.
Do you know what my thing is? Yeah.
Checking for you.
I'm not talking about not being there right time. I'm talking about, do you even want them? No. So then we leave them. Then like, they're not saying nothing about black women or whatnot. So let them do their thing then, because it's not bothering you at the end of the day. Because like you said, like, everyone can like who they want to like. Obviously, you can like without being disrespectful. Like for example, let's say I end up with a white guy. I've never dissed black guys in my life, innit? So don't be like, I'll just be with a white guy and just keep it me and my white boyfriend. I'm not doing the whole thing. You see, he's not like white women, because see black boys, they will never.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's why I say heavily, you can. That's why I say heavily, you can have a preference, as long as you're not disrespecting any other race, and I don't see the problem with it. If you solely want to say you're only interested in one race, that is fine. If you're not disrespecting any other race, I feel like the problem with social media and Twitter is people are like, oh, how can you like this or how can you like that? This person should be like.
I feel like this whole black. I think the black woman thing is way deeper than that, though. I think there's an underlying like, insecurity that comes with black women that I feel like a lot of people are still fighting. Like I've got like I don't know if I should call her an auntie, but like a work friend that was very older than me. That she's black and she just doesn't like. She's like, black must be with black and white must be with white and I
think it's crazy that you can't see another race and see attractiveness. So you tell me,
but I feel like it's with her like I asked her like why, and she goes into like the whole racism thing and all of that, and but it's like I feel like even like if we're to wrap it up and come to like a big like full stop in the middle of all this that we've said, like is there space for forgiveness for these people? Like because even if we're talking about like if we're using her argument and saying okay cool, the whole racism thing, because of that we're not going to date, and no black man should date a white woman or no white woman, do you know what I mean? What I'm saying is that do we forgive these white people for what they've done, or do we forgive these people that we're cancelling? They've said this, they've hurt us, they've done some things and said some really vile things. Where do we forgive them, and what is the forgiveness? Like, do we forgive them and let them go on about their business and be who they need to be, or do we just point at them, put them down, and just leave them in the mud and never like make space for them?
When you're saying cancelling and what they've done, my thing is the only thing I don't let's like for example, like if a guy, and this is just how I am in general, in it, woman or male, like if it's like you come out and you rape someone, I can't lie, you're just done to me. Like if you to me, like for me, if it's stuff like let's do the whole like it was different back in the day for other people. Let's do the whole thing.
No,
of, like,
rape has always been.
No, not rape. I
for-
said let's say like me being a black girl, I just used to not like my skin, so I would say that. And now they've done it. Okay, cool. I know that you didn't like your skin, you hate it. So okay, now we're getting better.
You know, I don't use that as an excuse.
I don't use it as an excuse, but I'm saying if we're using that context.
If you was to flip it, and I was to have a white friend who was to say something mad racist or wild, you think you're gonna give them an excuse and be like, oh, at the time I was surrounded by loads of racist people. You're never gonna give them
I feel like things like racism, rape, homophobia are unexcusable.
But then racism, white person racism against a black person and a black person's racism against their own thing, is it not different, or do you consider it the same?
I feel like it's different because oppression, obviously.
Would you put it on the same level?
Yeah, the intensity is different.
For example,
but the thought process, I've you saying that it's the same. Do you know what I mean?
Like Emma, for example,
it's just more shocking from a white person because
like you're my sister's colour, innit? So you being like all these my all colour, innit? So like, let's say you and Audrey, or let's say you at that age were just throwing mad, like cool. A better example, Audrey and my other cousin Ingrid are like the lightest in my family, slightly, innit? So it's little stuff like, you know you're black as well, you're just light skin, you're completely black, innit? So when you're doing the kind of comments, like some of these that were like the only like light skinned black women in a batch of black girls, innit? And it's now it's coming out. My thing is like, you know it's wrong, because if someone went to their face and called them blick or whatnot, you're going to be fighting, but these time behind closed doors, you're out here tweeting about,
That's why I feel like racism's unforgivable.
And it's also the other way around as well. Like you can't, that's obviously, this is completely irrelevant by the way, but I'm only saying, like I mentioned this right now, you might just, I don't know, but what I believe is like, the one thing that I won't give, the one thing that kind of annoys me with girls that are my shade or darker is that, like, obviously we know that colorism is a thing and that and whatnot, but my thing that I think is not fair is that, like, let's say someone like you that's lighter is trying to talk about it, you're like, we know what it's like. My thing is like, you're also black, so don't let you being lighter colorism take it away from you. Because I feel like a lot of black girls that are darker forget that just because she's light, my Audrey's lighter than me, we've got same mum, same dad. My thing is like, just because something like your shade is trying to speak about colorism, don't be like, oh, but what do you know, fam, she's still black. Yeah. Because my thing is, and I've seen it with my sister and my cousin, it's also on the flip side as well. When you're the only, not like it's a, like, I'm not saying I'm not the light one, but my thing is, like, when you're the only lighter one, that's with all the darker ones, it's a little bit awkward as well, because that, for example, like, let's say you're the only one getting moved to, for example, they're gonna be like, oh, like, it's because you're light anyways. Telling someone that's light, oh, because you're lighty, that's rude as well. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like some dark girls feel like just because they've been called, it can't sound so rude, but just because they've been called words like blick or like charcoal.
No, I've experienced it. I used to get called yellow all the time, and I didn't like it. That's not. Don't call me that.
It's not nice. And
I'm black. But you're yellow.
And my thing is, for like darker girls, that's why I'm like, fam. It's like, you lot are. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that it's right what they were doing. My thing is like, fam, we're all black at the end of the day. Yeah. So if she wants to try and back you and you're flipping on her, what can she do now? Because
I feel like, do you know what it is with that one? I feel like, do you know what it is with that one? And going back to what Mallz said, is that it's literally copy culture. America, let me tell you why. Because America light skin and our light skin is not the same thing. America light skin is mixed race. Or they've got like very fair light skin. So to Americans, we're not light skin, we're brown skin to them. Like me, I'm brown skin.
I think I'm brown skin.
Yeah, but then to them, we're not. Sorry. To them, we're not. To them, I'm not light skin. To them, I'm brown skin. But with them, if we're going back into the racism thing again, with them, back in the day, you will be black, but the light skin blacks were always preferred. Point blank period. They were always preferred. So with them, what they're saying is kind of like, it's been going for, so it's like, it's come down to a bit where it's like, because she's light skinned, she thinks she's all that, and the darker skin was never ever preferred. And I feel like then it's kind of like come back to here, and it's kind of copy culture. But you're like, no, here we're all black to them. When they see us, they see black. They don't care about whether we're light skin or whatever. They're all racist to us anyhow. They don't care.
It's interesting that you're talking about this conversation, because I remember, like in the Black Lives Matter protest that was happening, I had a mixed race friend and she went to a protest, and someone was like to her, like, are you mixed? And she said, yeah. And they was like, then why are you here? You're not black, you don't experience the same situation. So obviously I hear what you're saying right now, but it's a lot of people that have this argument that when it's solely black arguments. So like, you don't go through the same struggle as me because you're not.
But I feel
black.
like you see with that, yeah, and bringing back to what you were saying, you see with this whole like colorism and racism thing, I'm genuinely okay with a light skinned girl highlighting colorism, but when you speak about it, I genuinely want you to acknowledge that you have had a better experience than like a darker girl in certain aspects. Not saying you haven't gone through your own stuff. Do you get what I mean? Because if we're being real, when we was younger till now, media,
it's been different.
Going to like a
like
white
media, music, everything.
But then but that one is more black on black though.
Oh, but that's what I'm saying.
What I was saying was in terms of like white people and black people, they only see black. But when we're talking about like colorism, it's more black on black kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because even like obviously this is the profession I'm in, so I'm going to talk about it. With like acting, I always say in movies, you really very often, especially in the UK, the love interest is always like light skin or mixed race. And it's a big thing for me.
And that's what I'm trying to say with this whole colorism and acknowledging that because you're a lighter woman, whether it's black, even like, you know how you're saying it's black on black thing, a lot of the times these people that's like hiring people for jobs like movies, music videos, it's white men and they're preferring lighter girls than black girls. So we can't just say it's just a black on black thing. And we have to acknowledge that when lighter girls are speaking on colorism, it's not the same thing as racism. It's two different things. If we're going to speak about racism, we can all sit down and speak on it. But if we're going to talk about colorism, you have to acknowledge it's not the same thing. You did not have the same experiences as us. Do you get what I mean? And that doesn't go to say it's not the same way for you, that you didn't have like a harder experience in certain aspects, like being called certain names or being made to feel like you have it better, so I'm going to treat you worse type of thing. Do you get what I mean? And I feel like it's such a deep rooted issue that like to say that, like I would never say, oh, you can't speak on this because you're not dark skinned, or like you can't say that. But it's distasteful to like speak on it as if you were to go through it. We all of us in this room would not like it if a white person was speaking so deeply on racism. We'd be looking at them like, bro, you don't know what it feels like. You would never understand. And I feel like that's the same thing with that. And I feel like a big part of it is, you see, when we're talking on these serious subjects, kindness is a big thing. A lot of the time when people speaking on racism and stuff, there's no like initiative to like deal with it with like kindness and like some sort of heart. It's like trying to draw each other out.
It's like
and
attach each other. It's like, you're this, you're that.
Like, and it's not that. It's so deep rooted, and we all have to remember racism didn't just appear. It came from like a worse time, which is slavery. Do you get what I mean? This whole colorism thing didn't just start because black people don't like each other. It started from when we were all slaves, and light-skinned slaves were preferred. And do you get what I mean? Like, it's so deep rooted that when we speak on it, we have to speak on it properly with kindness and at least like care about the other person. All this speaking like you know and whatever, it's just, I'm not with it. It's just like
the more of the story. If you're gonna cancel somebody, you shouldn't even cancel. You should educate and get your point across. And if you're upset about something, there's a way to go about it. It's not pointing and
speaking
making
with
it a
respect.
personal thing. Yes, talk with respect and with a certain eloquence. Like
genuinely,
what everything. You're this. It's because of that. That's why you've got a big forehead, and that's why you don't have
genuinely,
to do
when
that.
people's being vile or speaking as a troll, whatever, they're ignorant people. They're uneducated people. They are ignorant. You have to be ignorant to act and speak the way you do. So I feel like the other side of it, instead of being trolls and cussing a person back, educate. Like, do you get what I mean? And kill them with kindness, bro. Like, no racist genuinely gets to me. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I've had people say some wild stuff and I genuinely laugh at you because you're ignorant. Like, you're lame. You're genuinely lame. You lack knowledge. And it's just like you think you're like, oh, it's just, I hate the subject. It's just a lot to talk about.
It's deeper than what people make it seem.
Do you get what I mean? That's why cancel culture takes away the seriousness.
They take away the power of...
I agree with that.
It takes away the seriousness. Like, there's like rape being spoken about on Twitter and cancel this. Bro, these go to the police.
They do
like,
stuff
do you
like
get
that,
what I mean?
Like, oh yeah, that's why you look like this and that. It's not about how he looks.
Like, it's so serious. Racism is so serious. I don't feel like Twitter is the place to speak on these things if it's just going to be spoken about with trolls. Like, do you get what I mean?
I think, well, the way I'm going to end this, I'm just going to say, you lot are completely right. But the only thing I'm going to say about cancelling, if we're going to cancel someone, just do it right. Someone like,
I don't even believe that people.
Like, you can't cancel.
I don't feel like capable.
You can't cancel someone.
Me personally, I'm not capable, or anyone in this life. Looking at a Christian standpoint, I don't feel like anyone should be.
Nobody get. But what I'm saying
is, you should be punished accordingly to what it is. Like,
I feel like
you should be trolled.
You see, cancel culture. I feel like if you're gonna cancel someone, cancel them to the point where like they're not allowed to be in certain positions
Yeah.
because of what
Yeah.
they said. But you can't outcast
I
someone
don't
out of
even think
society.
it should
We're
even
God.
be
We're not God.
cancel.
Yeah.
I
write
just
them
think
off,
it's
man.
have a conversation.
No, write
Point
them
blank,
off.
period.
Write them off,
Just
write
have a
No,
conversation.
I feel like stuff like racism, rape, stuff
and
like
racism,
that,
you're
you're
gone.
written off.
Oh,
You
you're
can't
done.
be in
But that's what
positions of
social media
power.
with outside social media anyways. I feel like that's what social media with police. So you
Yeah.
just going on Twitter and
You
tweeting all of that
cancelling.
stuff. Yeah.
Who gave you the power to
Yeah,
cancel?
yeah, exactly.
And genuinely
Exactly.
stick to
What
it.
power are you in to cancel anybody?
None.
Yeah.
Right.
There.
No.
There.
What
Me
power
and
are
God,
you in to
if we were
cancel?
all cancelled, and bro, there would be no mercy on this planet and in the afterlife if we're all going to be cancelling. And do you get what I mean? Like, forgiveness is a key thing, and I don't feel like racism should be forgiven to an extent. Yeah, but like, you have to like learn and grow, and there's a difference between growing and just outright you're genuinely a racist person and this is how you think, or like making mistakes. Do you get what I mean?
If you're racist, you need to go and learn.
Yeah,
And
you
then
need to
maybe when
learn.
you
Maybe
learn, there's space for
education will,
change.
yeah.
Space for you and back.
But if there's
Then
no
we can
change,
forgive
then
you when
I'm
you
not.
change,
I
but
ain't
we're
with
forgiving
you.
you with side eyes and we're looking at you.
Yeah,
Anyways, guys, hope you lot enjoyed this week's episode.
it was a
See
lot.
you guys next week.
Deuces.